Good Tuesday evening, everyone. Welcome to Gus's world-famous fried chicken. I'm Brent Hubbs of VolQuest.com, along with Jason Swain of the Swain Event, and happy to have with us the Mays brothers, Cooper and Cade Mays, joining us tonight here on Tennessee Prime. Hope everybody is doing well. It is Kentucky week, so it's supposed to be cold. It is cold. All right, both of you guys, your thoughts on cold football. Is this good or bad? You like cold football, Cade?
It doesn't bother me.
You got to say you love it.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I love it. Like, I want it to be 10 degrees and go waller in some snow. Like, I don't like that. But, I mean, cold weather doesn't really bother me. It is what it is.
Sleeves, no sleeves?
Sleeves.
Arm sleeves?
Yeah. Long sleeves, tights, maybe a little Vaseline.
Yeah. That's the trick right there, the Vaseline.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You're going to let me get away? You told me, no, I don't wear no sleeves. I only wore sleeves one time. That cold weather don't bother me.
I don't wear sleeves.
So you're good with the offensive line wearing
I got
sleeves?
shorts
Running backs
on.
can't wear sleeves.
I got shorts on right now.
I also have shorts on. But the people that carry the ball can't wear sleeves. I don't carry the ball, so what's the problem with me wearing sleeves?
So you're rolling in some sleeves.
Absolutely.
What about you?
Oh, yeah, definitely sleeves. I don't like playing in the cold weather.
You're not a cold weather guy?
Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit it.
You supposed
Honestly, it makes my hands hurt, like, really bad. Like, I feel like cold weather makes all the joints hurt. Like,
Oh, it
you know,
does.
if you just, like, maybe nick a finger across, like, a helmet or something, you know, it would hurt a lot more, per se.
No.
Cold weather
It's definitely amplified on the fingers.
So is it a good thing that you guys are practicing in the cold this week? Get you ready? Listen to this. Do we all make we being media, outside people who are going to be sitting in a press box, do we make a big deal about, oh, it's cold, what does that mean? Is it like once you start playing ball, like nobody even knows what the temperature is?
I mean, yeah, when you're on the field, it's not like you don't feel the cold. Once you get on the sideline, like, it's pretty cold.
But it doesn't bother you, like it's not going to affect. It doesn't affect the way you play.
No.
So we make a bigger deal out of it, right?
For sure.
Yes.
Definitely make a bigger deal than it actually is. I mean, it's just like playing in the rain or like when it's really hot.
Not like playing in the rain. The rain's a little bit. The rain affects the game a little bit.
I mean, yeah, at some point, but it's weather. Like, it is what it is. Like, you're gonna have to go play in it. It is what it is.
This is
weather.
what you.
It doesn't matter.
This is what you guys have to do. You get there super early. This is before the fans get there. This is before the official warm up. This is when you guys are just walking on the football field. Got your headphones in, listen to music. Just you and another team. You gotta go out there with your shirt off, man. That's how you have to do it. Shirt off.
Is that what you did?
No, but that's what you have to do because you're a lineman. You gotta prove a point. You gotta intimidate the other team. You gotta go out there.
You just went with a Butch Jones tactic.
No comment, man.
You
I'm
did?
not falling for it.
You did. That's
But,
what
I mean,
they did. That's what they did in South Carolina that year that it snowed a little bit. They were all out there running around with their shirts off.
Oh, I didn't know that, man.
So,
I didn't know
there you
that.
go.
But when you're in Green Bay next year or Buffalo, I mean,
It's gonna be pretty chilly.
it's gonna be kind of chilly, man. Or Denver. I mean, I'm just saying.
All right. So how did you guys spend your off week?
Chilling.
What did you do? You didn't go to the woods anywhere? You didn't
No,
do anything?
I went hunting one day, but it was raining the whole weekend, so it kind of ruined the whole deal. And it was juvenile weekend, so couldn't hunt on Saturday and Sunday. I went Friday, but it was storming and stuff, and it's hot, still warm, too warm.
Too warm. So you just relax.
Just relax.
We watch a lot of ball or no ball?
Didn't watch very much ball. I kind of got away from it for a little while, played some video games, hung out with the family. Got to see our little brother quite a bit, so it was fun.
What'd you do?
Literally the same exact thing, except for less, because I didn't go out in the woods. That's not my gig.
You didn't go. So you don't do the hunting thing.
No, I do. I like to kill more. Like, I don't like to hunt as much. The whole, like, moving tree stands and, like, doing all the dirty
So
work.
if you go fishing, you catch, you don't fish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Is that-
no
no
like, in the
patience?
middle.
No.
No,
Like,
I
you
have a lot of
to-
patience.
He has a lot of patience, but, like,
Just not for
you
that.
have to basically, like, tell him, is it going to be, like, a bang-out hunt or, like, we're on the fish, and he probably still won't come. But
But
he's kinda
spend all
getting
day.
Yeah, I don't care if I kill anything. I just want to go.
Just chill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just
relax.
experience
There's peace in the outdoors, man. There's healing in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he heals in the woods. Where do you? I don't want to know where you
Where do
heal.
I
do I?
what?
Where do you heal? He's got healing in the woods. What's your getaway?
My getaway?
Are you like a movie guy? I'm like are you
No,
are,
not
are
a
you on the
movie guy.
couch like Netflixing? Doing
don't
some
know.
kind of binge watch deal, or what are we doing here?
I don't know. We don't got a lot of time, as y'all know.
No, you had
So,
time
like, the
this
heel
weekend.
time- Oh, well, I mean, yeah. I just
When
go
you
home,
have
go
free
home and hang out
time.
with my family. Hey, I like to hang out with people. Like, I'm really big on like relationships.
So you're much
like
more
friends
social
and
than
stuff.
this guy is?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm definitely more social. I'm more talkative.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the same people that
It's weird. He's more outgoing, but I'm more social. He can like
That
talk
makes
to
a lot of
anybody.
sense.
I can't like just walk up to somebody and like just off the bat. But like once I get comfortable around somebody, I like won't stop talking. If that makes sense.
All right, so how good was it to have an open date? From a mental standpoint, obviously from a physical standpoint, we know both of you needed time. Okay, we understand that part of it. But from a mental standpoint, when you think about just kind of what the grind's been like, was the timing of this thing really good?
Yeah, definitely really good. Like right smack dab in the middle of the season, just being able to remove yourself from everything and kick back and just get your mind off everything that's been going on. Because like the weeks they line up and go so fast. Like today's Tuesday, like it'll feel like Saturday will get here like this, and like it's like that every week. Like when you show up to practice on Monday, and then like Saturday's just there like that. Like the days just fly by. So yeah, just being able to get away from it, enjoy the week, and just get back to the things that mean something to you that you like doing.
I feel like the bye week comes at a really good week for you guys because you're playing against an opponent I think you match up really well against. I mean, last week you saw Mississippi State and Kentucky, and Mississippi State plays similar to us in certain ways. Not exactly, but I think the matchup favors Tennessee in a lot of ways. Whereas if the bye week was before Alabama, I don't know how much that would have impacted the game. I think this week it could certainly impact the game in a big way.
No doubt. I agree. I mean, I think any time where you can kind of get some time away just to heal your body. I mean, obviously football is like, there's no surprise. It's terrible for your body. Like you're banging against like elite athleticism every day. Like big men, like it's not ideal for the body. So anytime you can get away from it, I think it helps you tremendously.
Yeah, it's not the games. It's the everyday banging
it's
in
the
practice,
everyday.
right?
Most definitely.
It's the practice that is what gets you because you're grinding, pounding every single day. You're hitting the weight room. The games, games are
You
games,
basically
right?
you basically play all your games in fall camp. Like if you think about it, you've got 12 games in a season. You've got more than 12 like fall camp practices, and fall camp practices are basically, they're worse on your body than the game.
Yeah.
And you
Like,
don't have
they're
any adrenaline.
way-
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
Like I mean, in the game, you're amped up. You got adrenaline flowing. Like you don't feel as much. But then, 8 o'clock in the morning on a practice field when it's 50 degrees, like you're feeling every single bit of it. I promise you.
So, Kate, for you, how do you manage your body differently now than you did your first couple of years of college?
Just living in the training room. Like I get treatment twice a day, right after practice, and then I come back, before our meetings in the afternoon and get treatment. Cold tub, hot tub, just like anytime you feel like a nick or like feel like you've got something going on, just like treating it immediately. So it does, because it's gonna get worse. Like if you feel like you sprain your shoulder or something, like it's gonna get worse if you don't handle it and you don't do anything to it. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. So just like living in the training room.
So are you more committed to that part of it now than you were early in your career? I mean, is that something you had to learn, or was that?
Yeah, it was
Did you
definitely
know
something-
that all the way through?
No, it was definitely something I had to learn because in high school, you went home and told your mom, "Oh, my ankle hurts, like put some ice on it." Like you didn't have any type of treatment. So now you've got so many like things available to you. It's just so much access to so many different things that you could do for your body. It's not just like ice and like heat and stim. Like there's so much stuff that can help you. So you just use those resources, and like I had to learn to do that. Like when I first got to college, I just saw all the old guys like always in the training room. They're always in the training room, and then like after really your first season, because you can usually get through your first season if you don't have a dramatic injury, like a big injury. You can get through your season pretty healthy and like not too much nicks and bruises. But once you get in that second season, there's a big difference of how your body feels getting up in the morning. So just treating everything every day.
I remember when I was playing and Dante Stallworth came back, and Dante was a first-round pick, the New Orleans Saints. He was someone that I looked up to and watched play when I was going through my recruitment. And I remember when he came back and talked to us about getting in the ice tub after every practice. He was like, "Dude, it don't matter what you do. After every practice, get into the ice bath." And I did it every single practice, and it was a big difference in how I felt. how fresh I felt the next day. As a freshman, I didn't really understand why all the old dudes was in the training room, hanging out, kicking it. I just thought they just hung out because they didn't want to go back to their rooms or because they lived off campus and they didn't have anywhere to go. I understood that they were in the training room because, man, you was making sure you was doing that maintenance on your body.
Got to.
Yeah.
So do you attack it because of your brother's a little older and he can give you some advice, or are you a guy first year out of the gate, I'm doing all those things, or is this again just your typical lesson you got to learn? Like, okay, that this I got to be more proactive than I have been previously.
I would say honestly, I came in injured. I came in like with a messed up foot, so I had to be in the training room anyway. So the first little week or couple weeks in, I didn't really understand how serious it had to be, but like I learned pretty quick because I came in banged up. So it wasn't like much of a learning curve for me.
So what's the coolest thing? What's the coolest maintenance device besides you said there's a bunch of different things? Is there something? Is there something that you
Probably
like?
For sure that I like.
You said the laser?
I mean, I like the laser,
no, I know what you're
but
about to
there's
say.
there's a little machine, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like got a little piston in it, and like it like tick, 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 it just like pops your.
It like zaps your leg.
It's like a shock wave therapy. Like you put it, like I do it on my knees and like get it done on my ankles and stuff, and just like on my joints really. And like you just put some little gel on your knee and then like just rub the thing over there and it just.
So it's like ultrasound, but like times 50.
It just like, it's got a piston in it, so it just like, it just pops your like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just like,
It's
it's honestly like a tattoo machine. Like if you think about a tattoo machine, how it just bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's got like a little like head on it, if you can imagine. Like it just.
Wow, yeah, technology.
But
man,
like the tip of it doesn't move. Like it like just sits on your skin. Like all you hear is it's like it's still, it doesn't move, and you just hear a popping sound.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like bouncing back and forth on your skin. Like it literally just sits there on your skin and
sure.
sends like shockwaves through it.
So that's the one.
Yeah, and then
for
there's
you.
a little laser that like heats up. It gets pretty hot.
Laser's pretty good.
Yeah.
You just roll around a ball on your skin and somehow it heals you. I don't really know.
Apparently, if you put it on a piece of paper, it'll like burn through the paper. Like it's so strong.
Both of you guys have been hurt this season, and right in the middle of the season with no bye week, and I'm pretty sure there was a sense of urgency to get you guys back quick, fast, in a hurry. What's the latest that you've been in training room? The latest time of day?
Latest?
3 hours ago.
Yeah, well,
That's the latest.
Oh,
Like I'll give you an example. So when I played, we had guys that was in the training room till like 11 p.m.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
the training room
like
closes.
super late.
yeah, no, our training room like goes on at hours. So like the way we set up our schedule, we practice in the morning, and then there's a big break, and you got like class and everything, and then you got meetings at night. So like the last time you can possibly get treatment is like around like
5:30.
Gotcha.
So like it's not even really much about how late you're in there. It's about how much time you can find to squeeze in while it's
Because the
open.
training room closes after our or like right when our meetings start. So
Interesting. Well, hopefully both of you guys are feeling good and ready to go on Saturday night, and I know that there's a lot of work to get done between now and Saturday before you know what the results of that's going to be. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more, some football stuff. We'll talk a little bit more about this sibling rivalry and what kind of rivalry there is or there really isn't between these two. We'll dive into that and a lot more when we come back. This is Tennessee Prime live from Gus's world famous fried chicken here in Knoxville.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's. VolQuest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
VolQuest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why VolQuest continues to set that standard.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. If you can't listen in real time, it's all good. Just click on the podcast icon in the app and listen at your convenience. Get all the information on the Vols all year long with the Swain Event. You will not find a better mix of Big Orange news and opinion anywhere else.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
Welcome back to Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken on Sutherland Avenue in Knoxville. If you're in the mood for some chicken, some fried chicken, there's only one place to go, and that is Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken here. We appreciate them having us out each and every week for Tennessee Prime. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. If you come here and get some food, the hidden surprise at Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken is not chicken, it's catfish.
Oh, yeah,
it's
man.
the hidden surprise
Gotta
that
give me some
nobody knows about.
Oh, oh, oh.
Nobody knows anything about the catfish here, hardly. But once you get it, you're going to be all in there.
Yum, 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 yum.
Great okra, sides, greens, the whole 9 yards. Come check them out at Gus's World Famous Fried Chicken. With Cade Mays, Cooper Mays, and Brent Hubbs, along with Jason Swain. Glad to have you along with us. We talked about this going in the break. I think the notion is that you guys are so close in age, different personalities, that you guys got out in the front yard and squared off when you were kids. Like it was pretty intense rivalry. Got after each other pretty good. Now you've kind of grown up. Everybody kind of hangs out together. We're all good now. Is that right or is that not right?
Nah, it's actually, the second part's right, but like growing up, me and Cooper didn't really fight. We've always been pretty close. There's always your brother arguments and fights and stuff, but we never just squared off in the yard like trying to kill each other and stuff.
Not one time?
No, not one time. We're really like
2 times.
It's hard to make Cooper mad. It was back then. It was easy to make me mad, but I've kind of lost my temper. Since I've grown up, I don't nearly get as mad anymore. So
Why is that?
Now, I don't really know. I've just kind of grown out of it. Like,
Just don't let stuff bother you like it did?
yeah, I don't really let stuff bother me. I see life with a different perspective now than I did back then, I think. And like, small stuff really used to bother me, And like now, like, small stuff doesn't really bother me.
Takes too much
Except
energy.
for like sensory issues, like like when my helmet doesn't fit right or something, like that bothers me. But nah, like I don't know. I've kind of learned to, just find something positive in everything, I guess, and not let stuff bother me.
Is he different? Is he different now?
Is he being
Compared to was? No, I'm saying, is his personality, the temperament, is it really that different than it was 5-7 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know what you can really attribute it to, but from the time probably when he left high school and then went to Georgia and then came back, he was like a completely different person, honestly, I would say, in my opinion. So I guess you can attribute it to just growing up from like high school to college.
We on that brother connection topic right now. Cade, when you got hurt against Ole Miss, Cooper came out there and helped you off the football field. Cooper, what was that like for you, man, to go out there and having to help big brother get off the football field? And that was, I won't say it was a neat moment or cool, but I was kind of sitting there. I was in the stands like, hey, man, look at two brothers helping each other off the football field. How was that like for you?
Really, I saw it happen because like when I'm out, I kind of watch the whole line, but I specifically watch him if I can. Like if I got the angle for it, and I saw it happen, so I knew what was going on, and the trainers were kind of like, I don't know what they were waiting for. I don't know. They probably didn't see it like I did because they're not watching Cade, obviously. But, like, I saw it happen, and they weren't going out there as quick as I saw it. So I was like, screw it, I'll go out there. And then I just helped him off because our head trainer is not tall enough to really help him walk off. So I was like, yeah, I got this. I got it.
So, I mean, I want to go back to the just growing up deal. Was he ever like the tag along, like, oh, little brother wants to tag along type deal? Or was it never really like that?
No, it was never really like that. Me and Cooper have all, like, I've explained this to people before. So we grew up on a farm. We didn't grow up like everybody else who grows up in neighborhoods and, like, gets to go play basketball, like, with the kids down the street and, tag football with the neighborhood kids. Like, it was always just me and Coop. Like, we didn't have the neighborhood kids to run around with. Like, me and Cooper did everything together, whether it was, playing airsoft wars where it was one-on-one, or like basketball in the front yard. Like, football, it was just one-on-one. Like, the whole video games, like, we just played against each other, like, all the time. So we always spent, or we were with each other. So it was never like a tag-along thing. Like, that was always, my best friend.
No, yeah, our mom definitely was not having any of that.
For sure.
That definitely gave me, like, extreme amounts of anxiety. Like, I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not wanted. I'm real big on the vibes, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I didn't want to be somewhere where I could, like, feel like, oh, they don't really want me here, I'm just tagging along. So, like, I don't really know.
Who's the better farmhand? Who throws hay best?
Definitely me.
I mean, I can throw hay. I can stack hay.
You can throw hay, but Cooper.
I'm not a farm guy. You know what I'm saying?
Just because you're not the overly outdoorsy guy.
Not overly outdoors. I appreciate that.
Would rather sit on the couch.
Hey, I'd rather do something that I truly enjoy. Pulling pins out of a hay baler is not something that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to do that.
What's the worst day hay hauling you two had?
Oh man,
you got a day? I mean, is there one of those where you go?
Show is not.
That was just was the worst deal.
I mean, I can tell you my worst heyday. In high school, it was my sophomore year of high school. I remember like it was yesterday. My sophomore year of high school, we got done with like a 25-period summer practice in the morning, and then this was back when I was playing like offense and defense. So like, I went the whole practice for 25 periods going both ways, and then I came back home. He had to do something. I don't know if he like went up on a visit or something. I don't really know. But it left me.
He found somewhere to be, right?
Right. He had somewhere to go. I don't know what it was, but me and old Kevin went up there, and we went up on the mountaintop, maybe about a good 45-minute drive with about 250 bales of alfalfa and orchard mix, which is like, it's not like throwing like, it's not throwing your like Halloween bales. It's not throwing your like Halloween trailer hay bales that you set down.
Yeah,
this is throwing down like 50, 60-pound bales. So like, I was up in the top of the hay barn. It was like 105 degrees, like next to this metal barn. I'm up in the roof, and I've got you have to have a long sleeve shirt on. Like, it's like the perfect combination of just miserable, like, living. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could pick a way to live, it would be the complete opposite of this.
My worst day ever was with Trey Smith and Riley Locklear. Worst day ever.
You took them?
Well, yeah, I was by myself, and my dad, like, he had to go do something. Like, my mom went with him. Cooper wasn't around, so it was just me. And I had 250 bales. I had to drive an hour away, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to. And my dad already warned me. He was like, it's a hard barn to, like, get the hay into. Like, you need to call somebody, get somebody to help you. Don't do it by yourself. Because it was like a lady whose husband died or something. Like, she lived by herself, so she wasn't going to help. So it was just me.
So we got a conveyor going into the loft?
No, absolutely not. Some people have conveyor belts, but I'm about to get to that part. So I call Riley and Trey, and I'm like, guys, like, I need y'all's help bad. I'll give y'all, like, whatever y'all need, gas money, all that. So they drive down and help me. We drive an hour away. We pull into this place. It is a mud, sloppy mess. Like, and almost get the trailer stuck, like, almost get the truck stuck, and we finally get the trailer up to this lady's barn. And the loft, they have the door on the outside where you can throw it up there. And usually if you stand on the trailer, you can usually just pitch like the first two rows like off. This lady's loft, like, window was like 18, 20 feet high. So I mean, from the top row, you still had to throw them. And then Trey, like, worst day ever. I had to throw every single bale. Trey got in the car and he was like, well, that was easy because he stood up on top. He was just the stack man the whole time. He was like, oh, that was easy. And I wanted to throw him out of the car. But, yeah, it was the worst day ever. It was like 110 degrees, like Cooper said, straight in misery.
That's the worst part.
And the lady told us we were doing it wrong. And so I had to get off the trailer, go up there, and fix what Trey had messed up, and then come back down. Oh, terrible.
Sounds like you guys got VIP on FarmersOnly.com, man.
Oh yeah, we'd be running it up on Farmers Only.
I'm telling you, anybody that's thrown hay in 100-degree heat, 98-degree heat understands exactly what those two guys were talking about. Because
you're a farmer too, ain't you?
I don't do what they've done. I've thrown some in the past, and look, I wallered hay. I didn't throw it. I mean, look at me. I don't throw hay. It kind of throws me. I wallered it around.
You were the driver.
That's what I did.
You were the driver.
I'm the driver now because I'm old.
Stacker like Trey.
Old.
That was easy.
Exactly what I do. So growing up because you weren't in the subdivision. You guys had to figure out a way to be buddies, right?
Yeah.
How much has that helped you guys be close and remain close?
Definitely helped us be close. But I think like the best thing for mine and Cooper's relationship was like me leaving. Like when I left and came back, like because we kind of took advantage of all that time we had together. And then once I left, like, I mean, it was a hard time, like for both of us. And like not speaking for him, but for me at least, it was a hard time. And then once we came back, like we realized, man, like this is the last chance we get, like to be this close and stuff before life really starts. We go separate ways. So
you got 4 regular season games left. You came back because of Tennessee, but also you did want to play with Cooper. What has the experience been like, particularly this year in a normal year? What has it been like to play together?
I mean, even last year was, like, as far as playing with Cooper was phenomenal. I mean, we got his first start, like, he got to play right next to me. Just an unbelievable experience, like, stuff that, people dream of that we actually get to live, and, like, we dreamed of. I mean, I don't know the odds, but the odds that, two brothers from a small town get to go play SEC football and start right next to each other, I mean, that's slim.
It really is.
I mean, that's really slim. And then, like, our other brother, he's going to be doing the same thing, just not with us. He's going to be doing the same thing. Like, the odds that, God forbid, like, anything happen, that he stays healthy and stuff. But, I mean, we're going to have three kids from a small town in East Tennessee that played big-time SEC football. I mean, the odds of that is just unbelievable.
So little brother Cam, right?
Camp with a P, like Camp Brown.
Camp, right. So what's his skill level? What's his talent level? You evaluated that one yet?
Talent level of football?
Yeah.
Or
Football zero.
Yeah, football
right
zero.
Now. Fortnite.
About 8. About 8 out of 10.
Fortnite, he might go further in Fortnite.
What's it been like for you playing with Big Brother? I mean, I know y'all played together in high school, but what's this experience been like for you?
It's been really cool for me because, like, I think, like, all throughout, like, high school and when we were younger, like, I was kind of like the little brother. And, like, I kind of, like, took on that role and kind of stayed there. You feel like what I'm saying? I don't really know how to explain it. But, like,
But you're always Cade's little brother.
Yeah, but, like, I think once I got to college, I kind of found out, like, I kind of came into more, like, who I was.
Found your identity, for sure.
I found my identity. I'm cool. I was cool with all the older guys. Like, I mean, I was always young. Like, everybody knew I was, like, still a true freshman and everything. Like, everybody knew I was young, but, like, I always hung out with the old guys. Like, they kind of, like, looked at me, like, kind of equal. So it's been pretty cool kind of just being on, like, a equal, like, level with Cade and, like, kind of being able to look through, like, the same lens instead of, like, a difference in what we were looking at. Because, like, football, I can kind of see, intelligence, like, football intelligence. Like, we can see things very equally. Like,
You're
cool.
both starters in the SEC. I mean, no offense to high school, but, I mean, it's different. Like, if you're not little brother, big brother. If you're just brothers who are playing in the SEC together.
And that's what we've always looked at each other. Like, I've always told everybody, like, Cooper's gonna be just as good as me. Like, he's gonna do all the same stuff that I did, if not more. So I mean, I've never looked at him as like little brother. Like, he's always just been my brother. Like, he was younger than me, but he was always just my brother.
The 2021 season, like Brent said, you got about 4 games left, and then you have the bowl game. When you guys look back on this season, it could be 5 years from now, it could be 10 years from now, when you guys get to have your own kids and your kids be playing together. What kind of memories do you want to create in these next 4 games? Like, what do you want to be able to talk about here in the future about these last 4 games of 2021 season?
Yeah, definitely just some big wins. I mean, and just like all the big wins and just all the little memories like that you look back at and like you laugh at and say, man, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Just all the little stuff that like doesn't like just pop into your head. Like you think about stuff and it's just the good football memories like with the boys.
Do you guys soak it in? Do you soak it in now as it happens? I mean, do you have moments where you go, that was I mean, that's cool.
I definitely do because like I see how little time I have left, so I definitely like take in every day and just kind of soak in the moment and be like if something happens in the locker room, like we're all laughing and stuff, like I feel that because I feel like I'm on my last little leg here. So
I definitely started to feel that when like I think a lot after this past like when the coaching change came into effect and like let's see, I mean Trey went to the NFL and then a couple other guys transferred out. Just seeing like how little like I kind of not really took for granted. I've always appreciated my relationships, but like just being able to talk to those guys on a daily basis, be around them. I mean, honestly, the games aren't really what you remember. It's like just being able to walk into the locker room 30 minutes before a meeting and just sit there for 30 minutes just laughing and giggling the whole time.
Sure.
Like just being able to talk to a lot of the people that aren't here now, like just being able to see like how much that time really means because you can't ever get it back for sure.
and like there's no telling when the next time you're going to see that person is or if you'll ever see him again.
Never know.
And like I don't know. I was talking to somebody about this today. I've talked about it on the show before about like leaving, like after you talk to somebody, like when the conversation ends, like leaving on a positive note.
Yeah.
Because like you'll never know when you see that person again or if it'll be your last time. I think I've talked about it on here before.
No, you have. You have.
Was there a moment where that kind of really kicked in? I mean, was there a conversation, something happened where you changed that way, or was it just a natural progression of, hey, I'm not going to see these guys every day, and that kind of hit me at some point?
Yeah, I mean, just natural progression of like, just stuff that I see happen that I like people that I know, the stuff that happens to and stuff, like the experiences they've had and stuff. You just never really you never know. I mean, life is so short, so it's really just been like a thing that I kind of acquired not too long ago, honestly.
Do you guys room with each other on the roads? I mean,
Yes.
y'all busting up to Lexington here on Friday, so you guys will be rooming together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you?
I assume so.
Well, unless Kay, requested somebody else, which I know
Yeah,
you wouldn't
right.
do because y'all are boys,
That's what
right?
I'm saying.
But
Crazy.
y'all usually get the book, which is like the test, right? Things that
Right.
you'll be, working on, the things that you have worked on during the week, and the things that you'll be trying to run on Saturday. So you get the test from Coach Ellaby, right?
Yeah.
And you're just going over the fine details, last minute stuff like that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Things haven't changed.
Do you guys sit and do a lot of that stuff together? I mean, you talk about it, or is
Like,
it one
no.
of those deals where you're just like, nah,
All-
I got
all
my
the-
job, he's got his job, and that's the end
All
of
the
it?
tests, they want you to take them by yourself for
Well,
sure.
I understand that. I mean, I
No,
know
yeah,
I'm not.
for sure.
I mean, but
Yeah, I mean, I do it on my own because, like, he's the center. Of course, he's gonna know like the calls and stuff. Like, I want to make sure I know the calls, know where everybody's doing. So, I mean, like, if I get him to help me with the calls and stuff, it's not
Doesn't
really
do
helping
good.
me in the
Right.
long run.
Doesn't do any good for anybody if you don't know what to do. every
So
time.
once the test is over and you get that done, and you're chilling out on a Friday night, do you guys talk about the game? Do you talk ball? Do you find a movie? I mean, how do you get through to lights out? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a night game, right?
He
You
usually
get
sits
you get
there.
Darnell to come over into the room.
Bring the
Darnell Wright
Monopoly.
brings
Bring the
the
Monopoly board.
Monopoly.
You know,
Play a little Monopoly on a
Yeah.
Friday night.
The
especially
three of
for
y'all
a
play
night game.
Monopoly?
Not three of us. We get a bunch of
We
those
get
lined
4 or
up.
5. Like,
We'll get a good
usually,
little bit.
like the first week of Monopoly, Cooper was hurt, so he didn't travel. It was me, Jerome, Darnell,
Dane.
and Dane. It was us 4 that played. And the next week, it was me, Jerome, J-Rob, and Darnell, and Dane. And then, obviously, I didn't travel last week. I don't know if did y'all play Monopoly last week?
No, we just vibed out. You know what I'm saying? Just have a good time.
So like, are you like the card, the thimble? I mean, is there
I'm usually the duck.
the duck?
The duck.
Of course, right?
you are. That makes
And
sense.
I've lost. Darnell's the
Darnell's
king of
very good.
Monopoly
Darnell wins.
every time.
Darnell is one of the most unique
And
individuals
chess.
you'll
He
find.
like studies chess. I talked to him the other day.
He talks about
and
chess moves all
I
the time.
FaceTimed him to play some video games, He was like, hold on, I'm playing chess. And, like, he sits there and plays against, like, this computer chess board.
He definitely does. He does it on Messenger. Like, on the iMessage, I sit beside him in class.
He's disgusting at it, apparently. Like, was explaining, knows all the rules. Like, I've never played chess. I really don't even know how to play checkers. I mean, I can, but
So who picked Monopoly?
Darnell. He plays Monopoly all the time.
Board.
Darnell brought the Monopoly board.
Yes.
Darnell.
Board, like you can tell he plays a lot of Monopoly because like the dollars are like crinkled up, like the board's a little torn on the side. Like you can tell that board's been played on.
I mean, so West Virginia, what else you gonna do in West Virginia?
What did you do on a Friday night?
Nothing.
Have you ever played Monopoly, Swain?
Yes.
I was texting. I was over there texting.
Monopoly.
Now I would
You
have
were
my
texting with a flip phone back then.
Yeah, you're right. I had a sidekick back in the day. It made that noise when you open up. I would have that. I had the sidekick, but I would take the test and I would like Cooper, just chill and had a vibe out, you know.
Nothing
talk
much
on
to
the phone. Hey, man, wasn't nothing much to do. Watch football.
Yeah, I ain't talking about that.
You're a noon game guy. You like early games, right?
Yeah.
You like the early.
I like early games. I hate night games. I cannot stand them.
This is a great show tonight. Both of them hate cold weather
And
they don't like
night
playing
games.
night games. Good luck on Saturday.
I mean,
right?
honestly, like if you're sitting here, so think about it this way. This is the way I think about life, really. I like to I think about my like day as like a checklist because I like long for my free time. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a lot of that anymore, so like I value it so much more. So like if I'm thinking about a game, you know what I'm saying? I like to get the game over with in the beginning of the day.
I'm with you. Yep.
Because I mean,
So you love morning practices?
No, I don't like waking up early. I like
I mean, a 10 o'clock morning practice would be prime.
If you were 20 years old, would you like waking up at 6:30 every morning?
No, I'm just saying you're valuing your time at the end of the day.
Oh
If
yeah,
you practice early.
At 12 o'clock, I like having early morning practice. At 6:30 in the morning, I do not like having early practice.
I'm so confused. We'll try to wrap it all up when we come back. You're watching Tennessee Prime, coming from Gus's world famous fried chicken on Sutherland Avenue. It's Cooper Mays, Cade Mays, Jason Swain. I'm Brent Hubbs.
Bite into that crispy crust with just the right amount of spicy, and you're going to taste the tender, juicy, succulent chicken that is Gus's world-famous fried chicken. A timeless Southern tradition that started over 60 years ago in Mason, Tennessee with a secret family recipe. Gus's has stood the test of time and spread throughout the world. It's not just famous, it's world-famous fried chicken at Gus's. VolQuest.com has been the gold standard for Tennessee football coverage for over 20 years, led by an experienced staff with over 600 games covered amongst them.
Speed, and then some more speed.
VolQuest takes you behind the scenes with features on coaches and players. For only $9.95 per month, find out why VolQuest continues to set that standard.
Ever wonder what the best source of Tennessee and college football talk is? Tune in to the Swain Event every morning from 7 to 10 a.m. You can listen on the Swain Event app or catch the live stream on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook Live. If you can't listen in real time, it's all good. Just click on the podcast icon in the app and listen at your convenience. Get all the information on the Vols all year long with the Swain Event. You will not find a better mix of Big Orange news and opinion anywhere else.
Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself, but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
This is world famous fried chicken on Sutherland Avenue on a Tuesday night. Tennessee Prime putting the bow tie on this episode with Cade Mays and Cooper Mays. I've got to close out a little bit about the game on Saturday night. Your thoughts on playing Kentucky? What do you see out of the Wildcats, just as we wrap up here?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing every week, that we come in and say, as far as the front seven, play really hard. They're really physical, have some good playmakers, very gap sound. They do a good job. They play 4-down defense, and then they also play an odd front, 3 down, 3-4. On third down, they do a good job, disguising their blitzes. They usually, they have their core blitzes, but then they usually, every game, they add one, that hasn't been shown on film. So they definitely do a good job with that.
For you as a center, how much is it all about IDing because it is multiple?
Honestly, not as much as it probably was, as much as you guys think. I can walk up there and say one word and have everybody on the same page 80% of the time probably. Sometimes you got to add in some extra communication. But with our tempo, I can walk up there, say one word, and have everybody dialed in. So really it just depends on the way I see the front and everything.
So Hendon said last week that his priority for him, one of his priorities in the open date was to play faster. Talk about between snaps. How much better is he at playing at tempo the way that coach is kind of looking for tempo? I know you kind of dictate all that. How much better are you and him? Because you haven't played a lot together.
Right. I mean, as much as a quarterback drives everything, at the end of the day, it just depends on me getting my feet set, where the ball is, where the ball's going to be ready for them, the side judge and the ump and everybody to bring the ball and set it down in front of me. If I'm lined up, that forces the rest of the offense to really get lined up. Because if a wide receiver's sitting there and he sees all the O-line lined up, he's not going to be just standing there doing nothing. He's going to get lined up too. If I get lined up, the guard's going to get lined up. It all really stems around the center.
So how is your tempo right now? Are you back? I know it's easy to get out of rhythm with the injury and you miss so much time. Are you back to where you want to be?
Really, I think so. I just got to keep getting more in shape and everything. Taking a lot of time off is hard to maintain your. Really, yeah, not my physique.
Endurance.
My endurance. There we go. Honestly, everybody can, he can tell you. If you go out there just from practice, it's different than the game. You can't ever be in football shape till you play a lot of football. And I haven't been able to play a lot of football this year. So,
is there a name for the level 10 of tempo? Josh Heupel say, hey, this is hype speed, this is hyper speed for the maximum speed of tempo. Because we've done this all year long, and you guys have said that we haven't seen max yet.
No, definitely not.
Not yet.
Not yet, no.
But there was a time in fall camp.
There definitely was.
Second scrimmage.
It was definitely the second scrimmage. I had a really good day with tempo because I was finally getting in shape, getting into football shape, being in fall camp. I got into football shape. I was 100% healthy. I was dialed into.
So there's no name for it. We just going really fast.
Yeah, this is just
really fast.
Eats.
You gotta have levels to it, right? Fast, super fast, and then hype speed.
It's just really the standard and not the standard. That's really all it comes down to. It's pretty boring,
It sounds boring.
Football coaches are pretty lame, if you ask me.
That sounds boring. We need some names.
What do they call him?
The minister of tempo.
The minister of
the
tempo?
Minister of
Mitch
tempo.
Nutella.
Nutella. Is that actually?
We got to work on
He
that.
told me his last name.
Or
But it's he told me his last name the other day, and I was like, I was gonna call you Mitch Nutella. He's like, hey, that works. He's my guy though.
Is there any point where you're like, brother, slow down? At practice or something when you guys are winded,
up, today.
when you're like, slow down.
You feel good, man. You're all right. Hands off your hips.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Yeah, thank you. He's like a cheerleader sometimes. It's great.
Oh, so he's
sweet.
pushing?
You said what?
He's pushing? There's not any point where those guys go, hey, man, listen.
Really, I'm the one that has to do it. Everybody else wants
to,
jog around and stuff. I gotta start running, and when people see me start running, they're like, "Oh, I gotta start running now." Everybody else just wants to just walk. And I do too, but at the end of the day, you got to do things you hate most of the time in life anyway. So you might as well just do it hard.
Well, I hope the tempo's at warp speed or whatever y'all call this thing.
Big hype speed.
Hype speed.
At hype speed or whatever it is on Saturday night in the Commonwealth in Lexington as Tennessee takes on Kentucky. That's going to do it for this always entertaining edition of Tennessee
Very
Prime.
nice. I like it.
He's Cooper Mays. He's Kate Mays.
That's me.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what I've learned tonight, but we had a good time doing it. Right,
I'm actually
I've learned that everyone farms except for me. That's what I've learned.
I'm a pretender. All right.
Shout out to Thomas Edwards.
TP.
Go watch his song or listen to his song. That didn't come out right.
All right.
His life depends on it.
All right, we're out of this deal now. Let's
Hey,
go do it.
you gonna send us out of here?
He already sent us out.
No,
We're
go
good,
ahead.
No, man.
We're
Roll it,
We're
dude.
good. Hey, Tennessee Prime. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week.
Thank you.
Nino.